Hi, today I'm going to show you 4 of Trinny's new products. So these are the new range. So this is the colour Dawn. This is the colour Chance. This is the colour Trust. And this one here is the colour Vision, which is what I have on my lips and also on my cheeks. But if you want to see how we use all of these, plus a few other of Trinny's fantastic products, then keep on watching and don't forget to follow or subscribe depending where you're watching. Okay, let's get started. I have to show you 4 new colours from the range. This is Trust. This one here is called Chance. Really, really pretty colours. These are really, really pretty. This one here is called Dawn and this one here is Vision. So let me just swatch them for you. Vision. That's Vision there. Chance. That one there is Chance. So Vision, Chance. Here is Trust. Last one, which is really pretty, called Dawn. I'm just going to put that there. I don't know if that's picking up too well, but it's sort of like a paler, shimmery sort of brown. So it's just a lighter colour to complement the other 3. Really beautiful colours. So I do have another 2 videos, so check back either in my history on Instagram or on YouTube because they are there. If you want to know more about the range, what is available and what it does. I've already put on my BFF cream and this is an SPF of 30. But just to make sure, I've also put on some of the ultraviolet SPF and this is 50. Don't just rely on your SPF in your foundations or your makeup products. You really should be putting one on separately and I think everyone's drumming that in right now. So this is the Trinny BFF Serum, which is essentially like a tinted moisturizer, except it's far more than that. It's skincare. It helps reflect UV from the skin, not only from the sun also, but also from your phones, your computers, and all of that. It's a fantastic product. And like I said, if you want to know more about the products that I'm using now, go and have a look at my other Trinny videos because I go through it in more detail. But I just want to get them on so that we can have a look how nice it all looks and how beautiful the new eye to eyes that she's brought out. You can see how luminous and healthy my skin looks. This is in the shade Jemima. My skin's a bit dry, so I'm just putting a little bit more on. It is pretty buildable. You could probably get it up to a medium if you really wanted to, but I'm really putting more on just because of it feels so nice, really. I don't need to put much more on than what I had there before, but I will. I always do like to just quickly go over whatever tinted moisturizer or foundation I use with my sponge just to take off any excess. Might be sitting on the surface and work any in that I might have missed. This is the Trinny London BFF Serum. You've got the metal applicator, which is nice and cooling on the skin. This is, I would say, probably a medium but flexible in terms of its stretch concealer. And I'm not actually putting any more on. I'm just using the applicator because it's nice and cold to work in what I can. Something cold is going to help reduce any puffiness. Now I'm going to blend that in with my finger. So this is in the colour Bambi. This is Just a Touch. And I'm just going to put some extra coverage on my top lip. So I'm not using the concealer because I wanted to just show you how this one performs, just as a comparison. It's really a case of either or because this is probably just a little bit more coverage. This is more like a foundation, balm, cream, semi-NARS type product, like what you get in the NARS matte concealer pots. It's also great for building up coverage if you need extra somewhere. This is just the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. So I'll just fix those up just a tiny bit. I think this is medium brown. it really works through the brows well, and it really does set them in place for the entire day. So I'm going to use Kate. This is a dark, cooler color than what you would expect. I'm gonna put heaps on there, but that's fine. So your contouring colors by rights are usually going to be more cool in tone because they're mimicking shadow. Shadow would be a cooler brown. Then your bronzer would go in and warm that up. So you see how fast it is. I've got to blend that in a bit better, of course. But you see how quickly you can do your face with these products. They really do melt right into the skin. So there's a few different shades, bronzing, contouring, and all of that. So Trinny does have a shade match system on the website, and they do deliver worldwide. So if you are thinking of checking anything out, you can do that. This is Serena. The story behind this shade is it's just a really lovely story, hopefully with a happy ending. So if you want to go and check out again on Trinny's site, you will be able to read up all about that and how the colour came about. And most importantly, how the name came about. See how I've just added a bit more warmth into that? If I would have just used one or the other, that probably would have been okay as well, but it's just given a bit more lift to my face and a bit more colour, which I quite like. I'm going to use some of the Vision. Now, as I said before, these are the eye-to-eye shades, so they can be used on the eyes. But what I like about these is they can also be used on the cheeks and also on the lips. You can use them wherever you want, which makes them really multi-purpose. And that's, I think, what else makes them quite quick because you don't have to keep chopping and changing products. I have the tea kit here. Tea kit is just a brush that's got interchangeable heads on it, and then you can just arrange them and they click into place magnetically however you want. So I'm going to use this brush here, which is sort of like this, and I am going to go in and line the outside and inside of my lips with this product. I'm just going to show you some highlights. So this is Starlight. I don't really need much more glow. I'll put some on anyway. This is a really subtle highlight that just blends into everything. I don't want to take it down too far, just only as you start to approach where your eyes start, you probably stop. I just like to put it on the high points of my cheeks. And if I needed it, I could put it around here. I definitely don't need it, but I'll show you anyway, just so you can see. It just keeps the glow. Maybe intensifies it just a tiny bit, a little bit on my chin. I could put a little bit on the bridge of my nose there as well. So it's just everything is about healthy glow. Everything looks very natural. So we've used Vision, this one. I'm going to start with Trust, and I'm just going to put that onto my eyes straight off the bat. I'm not going to use a brush. I'm just going to blend it up. And that's, you could just stop it right there if you wanted to. And these colours, they don't crease. They wear very well. And they do dry down. You don't need to set them if you don't want to set them. Now I'm gonna get the tea kit. I want to get a little bit more precise. Let's go in with Chance. I'm gonna put that on the outer third of my eye. If your eyes are a little bit hooded or your shadow gets lost on your actual eyelids, then definitely put the majority of the colour into your crease and take it up till it's just below your eyebrow, and that way you will be able to see it better. Gently blending those two together. And even though the other one had dried down, I can still blend them together without any problems. And then I can just keep intensifying that color. The trick when you're using products like this is very little light layers. You don't want to add a whole amount at one time. You want to just keep going in and building it up gently until you get the color that you want. And that's pretty much for anything, even if it's a powder. Light layers will always make it look a lot softer and a lot more natural, and it will also probably get you a much better and even result than if you just go in with one big thick layer. So just to recap, we've got Trust on the eyes, we've got Vision on the cheeks and on the lips, Chance on the outside corners. I am going to go into Dawn. I am going to put that over the inner corner, but I'm not really going to take it up too high. So we've got the other brown there in the background, and then this is just going to sit gently on top of that. The brown I've just put on now just has a little bit of depth because it has that slightly darker brown behind it. And I'm just going to do the same thing here, and this is just a slightly warmer, more shimmery color. So putting it on the inside of your eye will help your eye open up and look sort of more lifted, which is what we all want. Just adding that up as I go. I'm going to grab Starlight, which is the highlighter that we used here and here and here, and I'm going to get that on a brush, and I'm just going to put some of that on the inner corner. You can see not only does that make my inner corner stand out, the undertone of this highlighter actually helps to color correct some of that darker color I have in the corner of my eye. So I'm going to also put some just under my eyebrow, just to give that extra bit of a glow. Go back and put some just on the tip of my Cupid's bow. And I'm patting this in, I'm not rubbing. I don't want to disturb anything I've done underneath. I don't want to lift any of that. Just want to sort of smudge out a bit there. I've got my No Tug It Cosmetics eye pencil here, and I'm just going to take that under my waterline, and I'm just going to put that on top. I don't think I'm going to worry about doing it on the bottom, just underneath. I'm going to use the Kevin Akon. This is a really, really nice mascara to use as well. I've used this a lot. I actually think my lashes are growing from it, and it definitely lasts through the day. Nice and black. Just one thing on the mascara, because Trinny's products are creamy products, what I would suggest is if you get mascara touching the top of your eye or underneath, put a tiny bit of translucent powder there, and that will hopefully create a little bit of a barrier and stop that from happening. If you put a translucent powder over this eye look, you shouldn't lose much because it is translucent, but you might lose a bit of that sort of glitter from a bit of that gleam from that inner corner there. So if you suffer from mascara, I do it above the crease. Just put your translucent powder above your crease, not actually on your mobile eyelid, where we've just put down those really pretty colours. So if you felt this was a little bit too glowy for you and you wanted to put some powder on, you could do that. So just gonna take some of the Huda powder and maybe just put some between my eyebrows. And even though I've powdered above here, and you can see I'm putting powder here, I'm not losing that glow. So if you find that makeup sort of doesn't last too long, or you do need to powder, and I definitely am one of those people, you can see how the glow has remained. Yeah, I'm putting it over, but I'm not losing it. And the same for under the eyes. You won't lose the glow, you'll just help keep that on. And that's about it. And I apologise for the kitten, and I apologise for the dogs. And I hope you have a lovely day. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow or subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.